Hello everyone. Today's review is dedicated to the Sanag C16S open-type hi-fi stereo earphones, which let you listen to music without isolating yourself from the outside world. This format is especially convenient on bike rides and in the urban environment, where it's important to hear traffic and signals, as well as at a desk or in a cafe, when you want to stay in the conversation and at the same time not give up your favorite tracks. The model belongs to the affordable segment but promises modern Bluetooth 5.4 connectivity, long battery life, and a comfortable fit with a lightweight case. In this video we'll figure out what's going on here with ergonomics and fit, connection stability, microphone operation, we'll look at the package contents and materials, and most importantly, we'll assess the sound quality in real scenarios. Stay tuned, it will be interesting. Form factor: open type, open ear, over-ear fit with silicone holders, hi-fi stereo. Connection: Bluetooth 5.4, stable connection, working distance up to 10 m. Codecs and sound: AAC, ACS panoramic sound field algorithm, customizable equalizer with 6 presets in the app. Microphones: ENC noise reduction algorithms for voice calls. Battery life: up to 8 hours of playback on a single charge. Up to 56 hours total with the case. Charging the earphones about an hour and a half, the case about 2 hours. Charging and interface: USB Type-C, input voltage 5 volts. Water protection: IPX4 protection against splashes and sweat. Sanag app, battery level display, touch control configuration, game mode, reduced latency, equalizer and sound effects. Controls: touch panels tap and hold. Operating features: auto pairing after removing from the case. You can use the earphones one at a time. No multipoint. Frequency range, from 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Dimensions and weight: case 84 by 70 by 29 and 6 mm, weight 54 grams. Earbud 8 and 2 grams. The earbud dimensions 45 by 44 mm. Materials and colors: plastic. The color can be black, beige, pink. Package contents: earphones, charging case, USB-C cable, documentation. They come in a small cardboard box. On the front side, an image of the earphones and the model designation. On the back, manufacturer data, an authenticity sticker, and QR codes for downloading the branded app. Inside, the case with the earphones is fixed in a plastic tray. In the lower compartment, a plastic VIP card with a unique number. Here also an additional QR code for installing the app and a short USB Type-C cable for charging. Length about 30 centimeters. And a manual. English is present. Since these are on-ear, open-ear, earphones, the case itself is larger than that of regular TWS. The case is made of matte white plastic to match the earphones. On top, the manufacturer's logo, on the front a small notch for convenient lid opening. On the back side, a USB-C port for charging the built-in Li-ion battery and an LED indicating the charging process. Inside, the earphones are held by strong magnets. The fit is precise, they won't fall out accidentally. The places for the left and right earphones are marked L and R, it's easy to orient yourself. The charging contacts are 2 spring-loaded pogo pins at each slot, that is, the case is responsible specifically for charging. The battery capacity is indicated on the inner side of the lid, 500 mAh. This is enough for up to 56 hours of total operation or about 4 full charging cycles of the earphones, which for the open-ear format gives a comfortable battery reserve for several days. Let's take a closer look at the earphones themselves. The model turned out very light, about 8.2 g per earphone, and this is immediately noticeable in everyday use. The ear hook is made of flexible but dense silicone with a soft touch coating. It fixes comfortably and doesn't press. The main body is plastic. On top, a metal cover with the manufacturer's logo. The touch control and the operation indicator LED are also placed here. Control is simple and predictable: a short press, a double press, and holding the sensor. The sensitivity is tuned well. There are almost no false triggers, but you also don't have to pound on the panel. There are no ear tips here as in in-ear models. The sound is produced by a 14.2 mm driver hidden behind a metal mesh. At the top are the contacts for charging, pogo pins, and the microphone is placed on the side edge. There are microphones in both earphones, which helps the noise reduction algorithms extract the voice more accurately. The fit is of the open type. The earphones rest on the edge of the ear without blocking the ear canal. Compared to earbuds and full-size models, this is noticeably more comfortable during long sessions, less pressure and fatigue. Sanag uses hypoallergenic materials at the points of contact with the skin, so there is no discomfort even after several hours. The light and flexible frame holds the earphone securely during active movement. For running, cycling, or the gym, this format is especially suitable. Scan the QR code or install the app through Play Market. Open the app and add our earphones. After installing the app, we need to go through the registration and sign-in stage. We sign in either via our email or via a mobile phone number. I signed in via email, they sent me a code to it, and here I got into our app. We add a device. But before that, we need to take the earphones out of the case. That's it. They were found right away. As we can see, the Sanag C16S were fully recognized. We go to the Bluetooth pairing settings. Bluetooth settings. Here we have the Sanag C16S. We select pairing, allow. Everything is connected. Let's see what we have in the Bluetooth menu. You can rename them, accept calls, audio and contacts, as well as volume. And so the earphones have been added. Here are my devices. Here we see that the left and right are 100%. Now their status is connected. We go inside. The left and right earphone are at 100% charge. And here we can look and remind ourselves which actions are responsible for what, when we do a double click and when a triple one, which one is volume up, which one is volume down, and turn on the game mode, in which the latency will be lower. 6 equalizer presets are also available. Rock, ultrasonic pop, classical, lyric, soft, and SSQVP stereo is activated by default. As for sleep, here we can put on the earphones and choose some song, calm music, that will play for us. We put on the earphones, lie down to sleep, close our eyes and fall asleep very calmly to them. They play quietly enough, and here we see that we kind of fell asleep. In AI Smart there are quite many different functions. I don't know how this specifically relates to the earphones. Here there is, for example, we can even choose a translator. And we really have to write something to it here. And it thinks. I think that there are more interesting translators and AI models than the one we have in the earphones. Your account is used in the settings. VIP privileges, I suspect that they may be available with the card. You can change language settings, get support, security, and about the app. That's all. I don't see any more functions in this app. What is open ear and how does it work? The idea is simple. You listen to music and at the same time do not block your ears. There are 2 technical approaches to achieve this. The first is bone conduction. Inside the body there is a mini transducer that creates micro-vibrations. The point of contact is the cheekbone/temple area. The vibrations reach the cochlea through the bone, the eardrum hardly participates, and hearing remains open. You hear both the track and the environment. The second is open ear on dynamic drivers, air conduction instead of vibrations through the bone. A small driver is used, directed to the ear canal from the side/top. The canal is not plugged, the sound goes through the air, but the ears remain open. In practice, this gives understandable pluses: better perception of the environment on the street and during bike rides, less pressure and fatigue during long wear, comfort with glasses. There are also nuances. With pure bone conduction the bass and the maximum volume are usually more modest, and the absence of isolation means that in noisy places the background will still be audible. With open ear on dynamic drivers the bass is usually denser and the sound more familiar, but there is no isolation by definition. This is a conscious compromise for the sake of safety and comfort. Yes, such models do not claim a subwoofer low-end like good in-ear or full-size ones, but they give impressive clarity and a sense of space due to the open ear. They are placed on the edge of the auricle, do not press into the canal, do not steam the ear, and remain comfortable even with eyeglass frames. Sound. Overall presentation. The open format gives a natural perception. you hear the music and at the same time are not cut off from the surrounding sound. The C16S's tonality is everyday, a comfortable mid-range for voices, neat highs without sand, a sense of a free soundstage. Soundstage and imaging. Thanks to open ear, the sound comes out of the head. The panorama is wider than with typical earbuds, layering in pop and rock recordings is read better, podcasts and audiobooks sound natural. At the same time, microdetail is not about analytics. The C16S does not dissect into atoms, complex parts, but gives a clean, non-fatiguing picture. Low frequencies. The physics of the open fit limits the depth of sub-bass. The C16S has bass and it is felt bodily, especially with the radiator properly fitting the edge of the ear, but this is not the level of sealed IEMs or full-size headphones. For everyday genres, pop, electropop, light rock, it's enough. For bass-oriented tracks it's better to turn on the bass preset in the app and slightly move the earphone to achieve a tight contact. Volume and noise. The volume reserve is average. At home and in the office it's comfortable at 50 to 70%. On the street and in transport you more often want 80% plus. Remember, there is no isolation. In a very noisy environment some details are still lost. And the flip side, because of the open emission, at 80 to 100% those nearby may hear your music. Telephony and microphones. 2 microphones and noise reduction algorithms pull speech out quite decently in everyday use. Interlocutors hear the voice intelligibly. City background is muted. With strong headwind artifacts are still possible. Slightly changing the fit angle or covering the microphone with your hand helps. Video and games. For YouTube, lip sync is fine. Game mode really reduces latency. Casual titles and video streaming go without discomfort. In competitive shooters you can feel that this is still a TWS solution, but the lag is minimal. Conclusion on sound. These are everyday, open ear with a comfortable presentation, a wide stage, clean voices, a pleasant, albeit not, subwoofer, bass. Not for audiophile dissection, but for a bit of everything: music, podcasts, calls, video. If you want more low-end, play with fit and the equalizer in the app. If you need maximum isolation and low-end pressure, look toward in-ear or closed models. Sanag C16S is everyday, about comfort and safety, not about an audiophile wow effect. The open-ear format on dynamic drivers gives an open stage and natural voices. The ears are not blocked. You hear the environment on the street and on bike rides. The sound is balanced with a light emphasis on the low end. The bass is tangible but not in-ear. The detail is at the level of everyday listening. The volume reserve is average. In very noisy places it may not be enough, and at high volume there is sound leakage outward. This is the price for the open fit. As for conveniences, light ear hook, stable Bluetooth 5.4, an app with an equalizer, normal microphone performance in everyday use. Battery life matches the class, about 6 to 8 hours on one charge and a large reserve from the case. Limitations: no multipoint, auto connection. After removing from the case, they do not claim deep sub-bass and full isolation. Bottom line, for a price, about $20, this is a successful start to try the open-ear format without compromises in comfort, for the city, workouts, podcasts, and everyday music. If you need maximum bass and silence around, take in-ear or closed, full-size, headphones. If you need comfort, free ears, and involvement in what's going on, the C16S justify themselves. You will find all links to the products in the description under the video. There as well as a link to my Telegram channel, where even more interesting gadgets, discounts, and useful information on smart home systems await you, plus useful communication and answers to questions. There is also a link to the smart home forum, where topics are divided into sections. It's now easier to find the needed information. Don't forget about the group on Facebook. And also subscribe to my channel on the social network X. Interesting news and selections come out there too. Don't forget to like if the video was useful, and to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new interesting reviews. Thank you all for watching. Peaceful skies and goodness. Bye bye.